My daughter's only 4 years old, and we have already been confronted with trying to explain to her where babies come from. I'm carrying my second child, and we sort of broke the news to her in the doctor's office. My doctor did a sonogram and showed my daughter the baby on a little machine. And her first question was, where did you get that? How did it get in there? And the only thing that I can think to say to her is magical elves. I mean, it seemed like a good idea at the time, and it caused her to shut up, while at the same time probably giving her a weird notion about elves for the rest of her life.
I've been fielding questions like this for quite a long time. Henry, is very interested in his penis and what it's doing and what state it's in various times of the day. The one time it came up and he really, really demanded to know how babies were made. And I said, Mommy and Daddy made a special hug. Which now I'm kind of proud of myself, because at the time I thought that was pathetic, but it's a hell of a lot better than magical elves.
It's helpful to just give them the basics. Mommy and Daddy love each other very much, and we decided to have a baby, and there's a special hug, or you can just say, there's a seed and there's an egg, and we put them together, and that makes a baby.
The only advice I can give you is basically how I was raised, which was my mother was a very level-headed, intellectual bohemian who, there was, from the earliest age, there was no skirting around it. It was the penis enters the vagina, the penis ejaculates, so forth. There was no romance, no mommy, daddy loved each other, blah, blah, blah.
I'm driving home from school with all the kids like a couple months ago, and Daphne pipes up from the back seat and she said, Mom, when Daddy gave you that seed, did you swallow it? What? I almost drove off the road.
When Henry wants to know the technicalities, you know what? I'm probably just gonna have his dad tell him. And hope for the best. Because I'm gonna whip out. I'm telling you right now. Thought I could do it, but I don't think I can do it. Not when I'm looking at his sweet little face.
When I became a sexually active teenager later on, I was glad I had the mechanics in my head. I had an earthy understanding of it, because then I think it left me more open and cognizant of like, oh, now I need to get a condom, now I need to get a diaphragm.
They just want to know, you put peanut butter on one side, jelly on the other, you slap them together, and that's how you get a sandwich. And now they get it. And they'll move on. It's really not all that difficult. It's us with the hang-ups and the big imaginations and knowing what else happens. And, they'll find that out on their own in the back of somebody's Escalade.